Nick Diaz's coach admitted he wouldn't have advised Diaz to take the UFC comeback fight against Vicente Luque. He felt the matchup wasn't ideal for Diaz's return. Despite the concerns, Diaz still went ahead with the fight.
I'm really not involved in that fight. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. That wasn't my idea. It wouldn't have fight I would have had, like if I was advising Nick, I wouldn't have advised him to do that fight. It's in Abu Dhabi. I wouldn't advise to go fight overseas at this point. Especially Luca is a very tough guy, Nick is a tough guy, but it doesn't make that much sense for me where Nick is at in his career. And I don't know, it's not the fight I would have made. And I don't even know what's going on with that fight, to be honest with you. I spoke to Nick today a little bit, and I don't have any plans for that fight, to be honest with you. I don't even know. I don't know what's going to happen with that one, to be honest with you.
Well, is that actually the fight? Is that the fight that's going to happen, or is there a chance it could be someone else and maybe a bit of a switch happens?
I don't know. I don't. Obviously there's a lot of stuff that can't be. I don't know what's going to happen with that.
Gotcha.
I'm not involved. I know that a lot of Nick's training partners are involved, and so I'm not the guy to ask.
Gotcha. Do you think there's
Dricus du Plessis thinks Israel Adesanya should have retired last year after knocking out Alex Pereira and plans to make him regret that decision at UFC 305. Du Plessis believes Adesanya's time off has made him too comfortable and that he's not ready for the chaos he'll bring. The highly anticipated clash between them is set for August 17th in Perth.
Seeing that Israel Adesanya, and he knows it and the world knows it, he has done great things in the sport, but when it comes to as big as he's going to get, has been as big as he's going to get in the sport. And when it comes to the title defenses, the winning streaks, that will never come again because he doesn't have the time. So I think his biggest achievement for him personally was beating Alex Pereira. He had this nemesis who's beaten him multiple times, and after that fight, he was ready to call it quits. And that's what I saw in his eyes as well. Trying to convince me, but more so trying to convince himself that he still wants to do this and that he still has what it takes to be the best fighter in the world. And as soon as you're asking yourself that question, you're in a dark place. I keep a close eye, and him saying he's at peace. His family is sorted. He has his properties. He has financially. He's going to be fine. His kids are going to be fine. His parents, everybody, his family is fine. That's amazing. And he said it. He's done it all. He's won all the belts. He has a few belts. And when you get to that position where you are so comfortable, where he said he's at peace, he's happy with what he has, it's a dangerous place to be at, because this sport is chaos, and chaos is the exact opposite of peace.
Yeah.
And if you're at peace and you get into the octagon with me, it's going to be a problem, because I bring chaos.
Youssef Zalal believes that UFC featherweight champion Ilia Topuria will retain his title against Max Holloway. Zalal thinks Topuria will still be the champ next year, despite Holloway's recent successes.
I love Max Holloway, and I think they said Max Holloway versus Ilia. I think Ilia is gonna be a problem for. I can see him being still the champ next year, 100%.
Alexander Volkanovski predicts a dogfight in the next UFC lightweight title bout between Islam Makhachev and Arman Tsarukyan.
Arman, again, is mate. You're in for a tough fight with Arman, so I'm expecting to be another close, tough fight. I think it'll be standing more. I think Arman's shown that he can knock people out. Also, it's not the same as Islam, I guess, as well. But Islam, I think, might be that little bit more calculated on the feet. But I think it's going to end up being a bit of a dogfight. So let's see who wins that dogfight. That's how I think it's going to be. I think there's going to be strikes, there's going to be scrambles, it's going to be a bit of everything. Yeah, I see it being quite a competitive fight. And it's going to be a fun one. I think it's going to be a great one for the crowd. So I'm looking forward to that one.